Now, the first news story, y'all know we got to get into our news stories, all right? I have to get into this story right over here, and it's called, I believe it's iFlip or something like that, iHome Flip or whatnot. And this was just interesting because it's like a Ponzi scheme or whatnot that was going on. And from my understanding, it seems like this man kind of got these people linked into this real estate scam to where he linked his debts to them. It's like confusing. So I'm gonna play the video for them to tell you guys everything, and then there's an extended version that you guys can find on your own and watch that one. But it was like he was able to transfer his debts. So like if, or at least his interest on his debts. So like if he doesn't do good on his other investments that he's made, it falls on the people he got to join in on this iFlip type of scam. Like, girl, it's crazy. It's giving, y'all need to go back and investigate DJ Envy and see what they had going on over there too. But anywho, without further ado, let us go ahead and get into this story here. They're saying home flipping Ponzi scheme targets Chicago families. And girl, listen, can't nobody afford no scams right now. Like, what the hell y'all got going on? And scammers is getting very smart with how they going about snatching people money. Like, I can't.
Responds, a bad business model or a Ponzi scheme? That's what several people who invested money with a popular Chicago home flipping business are asking themselves tonight.
The owners of iFlip Chicago are accused in lawsuits of luring inexperienced investors into predatory loans, leading to financially devastating consequences for dozens of Chicago families. PJ Rendawa unravels how things went wrong.
If you're interested in actually learning how to flip homes.
In late 2020, Amira Hadid signed up for a home flipping boot camp offered by real estate company iFlip Chicago.
iFlip Chicago boot camps is 100% hands-on.
This is something that my mom always wanted to do, and I'm a fan of HGTV.
Yeah, and it's your own cousin.
Yeah, and who can't trust family?
My name is Ramo Bay.
Oh, damn.
That's Amira's cousin.
Now, damn, y'all, I didn't know that was her cousin, girl. I did not know that was her cousin. Now, to see, girl, that is messed up. Y'all be seeing the family members doing better than y'all. Y'all be trying to get in on what they got going on, not knowing whole time your family member is giving a piece of scammer. Now, I need to see. It seems like she was about to say the lady is her cousin. So if the woman is her cousin, was she, as the co-founder, really aware of what the husband had going on? Girl, this is messy.
Michelle Bay. She and her husband Ramo Bay run iFlip Chicago. In addition to boot camps, the company offers joint venture partnerships to first-time investors who want to flip a home.
There were a lot of people who had successfully done flips with him.
Tatiana Barnett is a realtor and iFlip boot camp graduate. Both she and Amira say after the boot camp, they were recruited into iFlip's joint venture program. It was supposed to work like this. Participants would have to provide some upfront capital. iFlip would find the property, provide access to the lender, and oversee the renovation. Then iFlip would sell the home for you and take 30% of the total profit.
You don't have to worry about any of this stuff because they have all of these relationships.
To get financing through iFlip's preferred lender, Ramo Bay told the women his name had to be on their loan.
Being in real estate, it's not something that's unheard of if you don't have a track record of doing, fix and flips with lenders.
At closing, each woman hired iFlip's preferred real estate attorney, Alex Ranja, to represent them.
But what part, I'm wondering what part, and for the real estate people hop in the chat, let me know, I'm wondering what part is she referring to when she say it's not uncommon? Is it not uncommon for a person to get 30% of what you're doing when it comes to real estate? And then is it not uncommon for that person to be on your loan? I'm a little confused as to why they would need to really be on there, I guess. I guess if you're a partnership and you're under his company, I suppose maybe you should be. Thank you so much, Son of Dennis, for the super chat. I'll check the playback later after my piece. Okay, your piece will work out at the gym, period. Much love, Jami. Hashtag y'all like the video. Real Housewives of Atlanta may as well recast or retire at this point. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Child, it's messy, honey. It is indeed messy, but let's keep going.
But Tatiana says Ranja never showed up at her closing.
They didn't know it yet, but in hindsight, this is where they say things went terribly wrong.
He didn't even show
Buried
up
in
at
the hundreds of pages of documents they signed during closing were 4 sentences in the loan agreement that put them on the hook for Ramo Bay's debts. It was part of a cross-default and collateralization clause that meant if Ramo went delinquent on any of his own loans, the lender would charge what Ramo owed to the loans he held with other iFlip participants, like Amira and Tatiana.
And Ramo had several past due balances.
The women's loan documents show they were charged thousands in cross-interest fees, all transferred from Ramo's delinquent loans.
This was never about flipping property. This was about taking loans out to pay a debt. That didn't belong to us.
The loans then went on to fail. They were never written to succeed. They were predatory loans.
Now lawsuits recently filed by both women say iFlip lured them into a real estate investment Ponzi scheme, and the lender and real estate attorney were in on it.
So instead of you getting the money to pay the contractors and renovate the home, what was happening with it?
We have no idea where the money is.
How much are we talking about here?
I have lost $169,000. I'm sorry.
We are at risk of losing over $200,000.
Our desire was to elevate the Black community, rebuild and redevelop our neighborhoods.
And the Woodlawn community Ramo and Michelle claim they wanted to revitalize now has 2 more vacant and decaying homes dotting its landscape.
Y'all love talking about y'all trying to elevate the Black community. I'm finna start questioning every person that be on some elevate the Black community because, girl, what? We don't believe you anymore. None of y'all. This is just really messed up. And then the gag is they're trying to say that the attorney was in on it too. That's the crazy thing. You had the attorney, girl. I want everybody sued, but it seemed like, child, even though it was a Ponzi scheme, I'm over here wondering, was it somewhat legit in a way for them to hide? Because what's the next steps? Are y'all gonna be able to get y'all money back in some kind of fashion? It don't seem like y'all is. And it's the fact that he's able to transfer his debt. So anybody that he signed up, if it's 10 different people and that he got loans with all of those people for their projects that he clearly wasn't showing up to for the closing, if he defaults on any of that, it transfers to the other people. That is insane to me. That shouldn't even be legal.
Oh, this property has been this way since 2022.
Sandra Robinson lives next to the home Amira was never able to finish renovating.
It's an eyesore. I hope something gets to be done.
It's disgusting that this is 2 years later and we have no answer. We have more questions than answers.
We found at least 7 iFlip investment properties, including Tatiana's, are currently in foreclosure. In an email, Ramo Bay tells us he and his clients were a victim of predatory lending, and the cross-collateralization policy was never disclosed or explained to him at closing. He says he will go after the lender who caused all this damage. Alex Ranja's attorney tells me they will be filing a motion to dismiss the case. Ramo is still holding real estate investment seminars on Facebook and encouraging church groups to invest.
Baby, they gonna get you. They gonna get you just like they got that couple down there in Texas that was out there doing that little it wasn't real estate though. They was doing some type of scheme online or whatever. I forgot their name. But they gonna get you, sir. And then you're talking about certain things wasn't explained to you at closing. Let these ladies tell it your ass didn't even show up to the closing, sir. So why is you out here playing on these people top like that? And you got failed businesses and you still out here trying to teach folks about real estate. Girl, they gonna get y'all. Girl, the day is gonna come to where they gonna get y'all folks. Y'all wrong for that. And you know you wrong, sir. Talking about something. It wasn't, you had predatory loans. This is what's killing me. You saying that they preyed on you and you had predatory loans and certain things were not explained to you at the time of closing or whenever. But you continue to go and seek out these same exact loans, though, over a period of time. And you got an attorney, so your attorney didn't read the paperwork to make sure that you had a full understanding before you move forward. It's giving crazy. It's giving scam. Girl, I hope they able to get their money back. Now, it is a longer version. We're not going to watch it at this time. I may go back myself and like see what other details. what's going on with this situation. But I just hate how people be finessing these folks with real estate and how people can like snatch your house from up under you. I remember I was watching something. I think that happened at in some part of Atlanta. It was an older couple. They had been in their house for like 20 some years, and some scam happened where their home was given to someone else right up under their nose. And with that situation, they ended up being put out the house. The owner came and he showed the paperwork that this is my house now. I don't know how he was able to transfer it out of them folks' name into his name. And these were elderly people. And they were forced to move out. All of their stuff was really, I don't think they really moved out. All their stuff was thrown on their lawn. The old man was so upset. I guess he got aggressive with somebody, so they locked him up. That is just crazy to me that somebody could sell your house right up from up under you. Or transfer your house right from up under you. And they had been there for 22 years. And they about was paying on whatever mortgage was there. Damn near almost finished. And then somebody's able to swoop in. Now, I don't know if the house may have been in some type of foreclosure or whatever it was. But it was a really big deal. And I was like, that's messed up. And y'all knew that old man was under distress and whatever else. So y'all didn't have to sit up there and arrest that old man like that. Like, y'all was wrong for that. But girl, it's just crazy when it comes to real estate. It's just a mess. But good luck.